Yeah, what's up? It's Valkia. I just wanted to discuss why I'm no longer playing on EU, since this is a frequent question people ask, and I wanted to explain why. The important disclaimer here is that these are from my experiences at the ranks that I play at. This could be very different for you. When you play the game as much as I do, or other streamers and content creators and professional players, you'll find you'll get drained, not from the gameplay, but having to babysit the toxic fucks who decide to throw games constantly. EU always feels like a roulette to me, and let me explain. I know that EU does have language barriers, and this is fine. You can't force someone to communicate in a language they don't speak. So that's not the issue, but when people do speak perfect English, but they only use voice communications to flame others rather than making necessary calls in the game, that's what I've got an issue with. Or the people who do speak limited English, but use the small words they know just to flame people, it confuses me. If I'm in a game with people who speak a different language from me, I'm not just going to flame using the small lingo I know of their language, but I'll try my best to communicate through the in-game notifications because it will come up in their language. The hatred of some people towards others is just crazy, and I'm speaking on behalf of a lot of people from EU when saying it really makes the game not enjoyable sometimes. I've also found that people on EU are less likely to work out a situation compared to NA, and more likely to tilt quicker and point the finger and blame others, and this can be after only a single push. The lack of communication from people who actually have microphones but just don't bother using them is high too. I find it easier to win games when everybody's in sync and talking together. I've also found that on EU the level of hatred and sexism is really high. Now I'm just a person that likes to respect everyone and let everyone have a fun time. Overwatch is a game, let people enjoy their time playing regardless of gender or race or other aspects, it doesn't matter. It makes me super pissed off that people decide to instantly throw purely based on this, and I'll always stick up for these people, but it's simply not fair. I found on NA that people are also less likely to tilt due to these factors, and I found females more confident to use voice comms without the insta hate. I'm just an advocate for people having fun and let just everybody enjoy the game no matter who they are. Let people have nice things. So what is different on NA? Well, again, from my experiences, I've noticed that the teams in competitive are more likely to talk together and work out situations, for example, hero swapping or whatever is needed to be done to win the game. It's very rare that I've come across toxic players, or at least very few compared to EU. That doesn't mean they don't exist, they do, and maybe there are more in different skill ratings, but again, speaking from my experiences. What this means is that I'll have better games more frequently, which makes it more enjoyable for everybody, including my stream, and that I don't have to spend time babysitting a team trying to boost positive morale because we didn't capture on the first point. So yeah, I've got over 100 ping, normally around 108, but honestly for Pharaoh this isn't that much of a problem, and it's very rare the ping factor will ever be a problem. I can even still play hitscan heroes, Tracer, Widowmaker at this ping, and you'll notice very small issues. But for example, if the enemy McCree flashbangs you and you blink away as Tracer, it might put you back before the blink because they were able to connect to the server quicker than you did, and the blink wasn't registered. The ping is a small sacrifice to make, however, for the overall positive attitude. This isn't to say I've not had some great games on EU. There have been times when EU was incredible with amazing players because there are so many talented gamers, but to be lucky enough to get a game with 5 others on your team which all have the positive winning mentality is very difficult indeed. Overall, I'm having a nicer time on NA, and it's simply the reason I'm playing there, and when you do this every day it can really be better mentally for you as well. It's very tiring having to cater to the toxic people all the time. To the people watching this video, enjoy your games, be positive and respect other players. Some people play Overwatch in short bursts after work or weekend, some people look forward all week to playing to have their experiences ruined. So be good to each other, mute the flaming idiots, focus on the positive and be awesome. You can also see the Pharaoh gameplay live on my Twitch channel Valkia every day. If you love my content, you can support me by subscribing to my Twitch channel, and if you have Amazon Prime, you can link that with Twitch and get Twitch Prime and subscribe for free. However, this does need to be renewed every 30 days, but it helps me out a ton. The link to the stream is in the description.